So I had today's vlog all planned out. I was going to take you to a restaurant for some kimchi jjigae, kimchi stew, and talk about how the restaurant's name is connected to an authoritarian former Korean president, but change of plans. I got started filming and my wife called. I've got to go meet her for a handoff and escort my mother-in-law home because my wife has a sudden meeting and can't do the whole trip herself. So instead of kimchi stew and authoritarian presidents, you're going to get So it's Thursday afternoon. It's 2 weeks since I broke my toe, just over 2 weeks, and that's how I measure time now. It's doing well. Thanks for asking. I went to the doctor again last Saturday, got some x-rays and chatted with him, and he cut down the number of days I need the laser therapy and the number of times a week I have to get x-rays. So I've gone from 5 days a week to 3 on the therapy and once a week from 2 to the x-rays and the doctor chats. So that's a good sign, I think. And yeah, everything's good on that front. In fact, today, this street I'm walking down is, this is the route I normally take on my way to Yaksu Station, which is where I'm heading now. I've been avoiding this since I broke the toe because there's around a couple turns here. There's a fairly steep hill and some steps, and yeah, I didn't want to put any undue stress on my foot, you know, coming down the hill, but I'm feeling okay about it today, so I'm going to give it a go. All right, here we go. Moment of truth. Coming down the hill. On Tuesday, I visited the dentist for some treatment I needed there. I got a deep cleaning going on. I've got to go back next Tuesday for more, but I was going to vlog that day. I took my camera along, took the mic, started getting the shots and, you know, talking to the camera. And my plan after I left the dentist office was to do a kind of a walking tour of Jongno, Bell Street, which is a major street downtown and has been for quite some time. I ran into a little bit of trouble. It was cold, not too cold, it wasn't that bad, but I was out there in the morning, and as I was going along, I suddenly realized I couldn't feel my toes on my left foot. And I was gonna press on, and then I thought, well, you know what, I'll just stop at a coffee shop and warm up and come out again. But then I realized I'm gonna be out there all day if I do it that way. So I came back home and said, you know what, I'll just do this another day. Today was the day I was going to go vlog about kimchi jjigae and Pak Chung-hee. But my mother-in-law is getting some treatment right now at a place that my wife takes her to a couple of times a week. And my wife's a real estate agent and is her own boss, works flexible hours. But today she had a meeting suddenly come up. So she and my mother-in-law are having lunch right now. And I am going to have to go meet them at Isu Station and escort my mother-in-law home from there. So I'm walking to Yaksu Station. Yaksu is on Seoul subway lines 3 and 6. It's a transfer point. I need to get on line 6. Now, it would have been faster for me to go to Bokigoge Station, which is closer to my house, but I've got some time to kill, and I'm gonna go to Starbucks here. I'm a regular here, you know, this is my favorite Starbucks. They know me. So I'm gonna go there and fill up my tumbler before I get on the subway. And the other thing is, you know, Bokigoge Station is so deep, right? I mean, it's just so many levels you gotta go down on the stairs and the escalator. And I don't know, I always just hate going up and down there. And often I use Yaksu Station instead, and that way I get some extra steps in anyway. When my wife told me I need to go to Isu Station, I just immediately thought, okay, line 4, line 6, I can transfer to line 4 at Samgakji and go there. I didn't even consider line 3, but I was checking this metro app that I have just to see which of the exit numbers, the train doors, right, they're all numbered. Yeah. So I used the metro app to see which one I should get on, which one's going to be closest to the transfer point. And the metro app tells me that my chosen route is about 8 minutes slower than the fastest one, which would be to go to line 3 and line 7. But yeah, I'm not going to go back over to line 3 because, I mean, it doesn't matter. I'm not in a hurry. I've got plenty of time. It is a bit busy. That's okay. So we'll be going to Samgakji Station, and there we'll switch to line 4. You know, line 6, they started construction on it in the mid-90s, 94 or 4, I think. And I was living in Itaewon at the time. They were working on Itaewon Station. There was no subway station at all there before. They were pulling the subway line through there and digging the station. And as I understand it, it turned out to be a lot more challenging to dig there than they had expected, and it delayed the opening of the full line. So I think the line opened in 2000, and the whole thing opened in 2001 or 2002. But while I was living there, I remember at night the ground would shudder when the explosives went off, when they were blowing up all the rock down below, and then you'd hear the big, whatever that machine is that pulls it looks like a big dumpster, right? And it pulls all these rocks and dirt out of the ground, and then they dump it in the dump trucks, and you could just hear that thing going all night long. So I just talked to my wife. She told me she's at Seoul University Station, and so that means that's her car right there, 7234. So one more stop between there and here. So she and my mother-in-law should be here very shortly, 4 or 5 minutes probably, or less. So I'm gonna move over here. She said she wouldn't pay attention to the door number, so she just said she was near the back. So I'll wait near the back. All right, the train has arrived now. Not a lot of people, so it shouldn't be too hard to find them. Oh. 알았어. Not the back. They were on the front. 알았어. 이따가 볼게. 어. 봤어? 어.
빨리 갔다 와.
So, mission accomplished. We are almost home. My mother-in-law is safe and secure. And this unexpected afternoon is almost over. Now when I get home, I've got to do a little bit of work, and later on this evening, I'm going to see if I can take this improvised rambling I've been doing for the last 3 hours or so and make something coherent out of it. If I can, then you'll be watching this. If I can't, well, you'll never know. You know, I would take you all the way home with me and show you around, but my wife's going to be watching this, and I don't want any more broken toes. So I do want to thank you for watching and sticking with me this far. And I invite you to come back for next time when I am, barring any more unforeseen, unexpected adventures, going to take you to see that kimchi jjigae and talk about that restaurant name. So, see you next time. Bye-bye. I told you Botigoge Station was deep.